Natural compounds don't work the way most people expect them to. And that misunderstanding is why many people dismiss them too quickly. When someone hears natural support, they often imagine something weak, slow, or vague. Something that might help eventually or might not do much at all. So expectations stay low. But the real story isn't about strength. It's about how these compounds interact with balance. Respiratory balance isn't a single function. It's the relationship between airflow, tissue response, inflammation levels, mucus behavior, circulation, and sensitivity to the environment. When those elements work together smoothly, breathing feels easy and invisible. When they don't, breathing still works but it feels heavier. Natural compounds aren't designed to force change. They're used to influence conditions. That distinction matters. Most pharmaceutical approaches are designed to override or suppress specific symptoms. Natural compounds are typically used to support regulatory processes, how the body responds, adapts, and recovers over time. That's why the effects feel different. At first, there's often no clear sensation, no dramatic shift, no obvious on-off feeling. And for people expecting immediate feedback, that feels like nothing is happening. But something is happening, just not at the surface. The escalation happens quietly. Low-level inflammation may begin to stabilize. Airway sensitivity may reduce slightly. Mucus may clear a bit more efficiently. Circulation may support oxygen exchange more smoothly. Each change on its own is subtle. Together, they reduce background resistance. And reduced resistance doesn't feel like a new sensation. It feels like less effort. That's why people often struggle to describe the effect. They say things like, "I didn't feel a change, but I noticed I wasn't thinking about my breathing as much." Or, "I just felt more comfortable over time." Those statements aren't vague. They're accurate. The real issue isn't whether natural compounds work. It's whether we're measuring the right outcome. If you're looking for immediate relief, you'll likely be disappointed. Natural compounds aren't meant to shut down sensation. They're meant to support equilibrium. Respiratory balance is dynamic. It shifts with weather, activity, stress, sleep, and exposure. Natural compounds are used to help the system respond more smoothly to those changes, not eliminate them. That's also why consistency matters, but not because of accumulation alone. Consistency allows the system to stay within a narrower range of reactivity. Fewer spikes. Fewer overreactions. Less friction. Tests don't always capture this because balance isn't about maximum capacity. It's about how often the system feels strained during normal life. The real issue isn't that natural compounds are subtle. It's that balance is subtle. Once you understand that, expectations shift. You stop looking for dramatic signals and start noticing patterns. Fewer bad days. Less sensitivity. More breathing comfort during situations that used to trigger awareness. That's respiratory balance. If you want a structured breakdown that explains how different natural compounds are used to support respiratory balance and how to interpret their effects without hype, there's a practical framework linked in the description. And if you value explanations that focus on understanding mechanisms instead of selling outcomes, you can subscribe for more long-form breakdowns like this. Natural compounds don't force the system. They help it stay steady. And that's exactly why their impact often goes unnoticed until it's missing.